What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today we are back here at Atlanta Classic Cars. We're going to be taking a look at this 2020 Mercedes-AMG CLA 45. But instead of taking an overall in-depth look at this car in this video, I want to talk about the new power plant, the new M139 power plant handcrafted from AMG. I truly believe that this power plant deserves a video in its own right. So let's go ahead and get into it. When you look at this CLA 45 underneath the hood and you look at the CLA 35, what is the key difference you might notice there? Well, this power plant in the CLA 45 has been rotated 180 degrees. So your turbo is in the back and your intake is in the front. What are the key benefits to that? Why did Mercedes-AMG do that? Well, first of all, your intake and exhaust runners are going to be shorter due to the rotation of the engine. But in addition to that, it allows the engine to fit into a smaller cross-sectional area up front, allowing the car and the hood to have a lower profile. If you looked at the previous generation CLA 45, the car just sat too upright. It was a little blocky up front to me, but the engine placement in a smaller cross-sectional area for this new 2020 CLA 45, it just does this car wonders in terms of design. Now, speaking of the setup, Mercedes-AMG has incorporated a ton of small details to help get the maximum performance out of this vehicle. For example, the engine cover itself has been designed to channel air from the front of the car to the turbo in the back. And speaking of the turbo, you're getting a turbo in the M139 power plant that is able to spin more freely than what was found in the M133. How is that? Well, Mercedes-AMG has incorporated the use of roller bearings as opposed to journal bearings, which was found in the M133. So those roller bearings are going to allow that turbo to spin more freely and get to higher RPMs a lot faster than what was found in the M133 power plant. How does that translate into the driving experience? Well, the result is going to be a more linear response when you put your foot down on that accelerator. I cannot wait to get behind the wheel of this vehicle. Now, overall output from the M133 is up to 30 PSI from the 26.1 PSI. That is a lot of power coming out of an extremely small package. So how did Mercedes-AMG engineer this engine to be able to handle that? So traditionally, a lot of cars feature an open deck block, and that means there's cylinder jackets around the cylinders to help for cooling. In a closed deck block, there are only small holes to help for cooling the cylinder heads. But the benefit to that is you have a cylinder block which is a lot stronger for high power applications, and the CLA 45 is definitely applicable to that niche, putting out up to 416 horsepower out of this M139 power plant. 416 horsepower is insane for a turbo 4-cylinder. As a matter of fact, this is a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, and Mercedes-AMG claims this is the highest output per liter on the market to date. So you're getting about 208 horsepower per liter. Now, they claim that is the highest output per liter on the market to date. Christian von Koenigsegg might have something to say about that with his Jesko, but this is the highest output per liter in the mainstream automotive market to date. So 208 horsepower per liter is really respectable. Now, in addition to those features, Mercedes-AMG also incorporated an electronically controlled wastegate to reduce the loss of boost pressure and an aluminum crankcase, obviously to reduce the weight. Now let's talk about what else Mercedes-AMG has done to get the maximum performance out of this package. They've incorporated their nano slide technology, so you're getting a mirror-like surface finish that reduces friction and allows the car to perform at higher RPMs, which again gives you that amazing driving experience. Now we also have to talk about the cooling. There's a lot going on in this small package, so this power plant is cooled by oil, water, and again, that engine cover helps provide cool air to the turbo as well. And taking it a step further, even the air conditioner has been designed to help assist with cooling of the new M139 power plant. So what I find amazing about this 2-liter 4-cylinder is that you're getting 416 horsepower. Now it makes me wonder, what is Mercedes-AMG going to do about that AMG enhanced V6 that is found in the C43? That car currently puts out about 384 horsepower and 385 pound-feet of torque. If we're getting 416 horsepower out of this small 4-cylinder, what are the next steps for that? I mean, back in the day, Mercedes had a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 that put out 302 horsepower in all their flagship cars such as the SL and the S-Class. 302 horsepower out of a 5-liter V8, you're looking at 416 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder. What are the next steps for those cars? I mean, what a time to be alive. You have to admit, for such a small package, that power output is quite respectable. Let me know what you guys think about the power output and the overall dynamics about how this new M139 power plant works. I'm truly amazed about this power coming out of a small package. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.